Hello, everybody. We're trying a new live stream. Every live stream we've ever done on another channel was using StreamYard. So this is completely new to me and Shelby. We're trying to figure out all the buttons.
You have,
Definitely harder than I thought it would be.
I have no buttons. I don't know what I'm doing.
Shelby's on his phone. I have my camera up here behind my screen. So when I'm looking down here like this, I'm talking to Shelby. But I have to remember to look up. It's kind of weird. And then I got a microphone right here. You know what I mean? I have no idea what I'm doing. Fake it till you make it, right?
Yeah.
So I can see some comments coming in. I'm not real sure. That's not real big. It's only showing like one comment at a time. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. We got War Chief. What's up? There's my son Elias is in here. Bigfoot Mama. Hey girl. Got Mark. Chantel. There's Todd. I know Todd. Native Tuna. Hey guys. So on our live stream, we're gonna try to do a Q&A. If you guys have a question, try to put it in all caps so that way my eyes will try to catch it. Just bear with me. This is completely new. Shelby can't even see the comment, so I'll have to see if I can. Boom. I put Todd up there on the dashboard down here at the bottom. So we're kind of living and learning with you guys. Appreciate everybody for jumping in here. And I don't know how to make Todd go away. Bye, Todd. There he goes. Oh, Todd's back. Oh, bye, Todd. There he is. All right. Okay. Shelby was talking about a burger that he bought earlier. I said, "What do you want to talk about on the live stream tonight, Shelby?" And he said, "Well, let's tell him about the time I had the world's best cheeseburger."
Yeah. It's so nice. I
Shelby,
didn't I didn't get the cheeseburger. Bennett got it.
I thought you were talking about junkyard cheeseburgers.
Oh yeah, them cheeseburgers, the onion slop burgers. Oh yeah. That guy put cocaine in them or something.
You were even done eating that one. I was like, I gotta have another one.
It was me and Dad. We got halfway across the parking lot. We had to turn around and go get another one. I don't even know if the guy was selling them, but we were buying them.
I think they were cheeseburgers.
Oh, I hope so.
Okay, see, we got Tammy here with a question. Boop. Have you found a shaman yet? Your land needs blessed. The closest thing we have gotten to a shaman is Krista from Blondes and Booze and Jay from Cryptique. He has a new YouTube channel. It's called Nightcrawler Sessions. They come down and they blessed our house. They haven't got to blessing Shelby's yet. Every time they've come down, it's just we've had a big group of people and trying to do 1,000 things at once. But the blessing sure made a difference on this house that I'm in right now. It's not very big. This is probably the biggest room, and it's our bedroom.
And
But
I honestly don't know which route to go on because I used to be Catholic, and then we quit going to Catholic church when I was like 12 years old, maybe. But that's pretty much all I have, like all I've really learned about. But now I just believe in God. I believe in faith, and I believe in the Lord. And I'm kind of scared if I have a Catholic priest come in here, maybe it's the wrong thing to do. I don't know. You know what I mean?
yeah, there's a new question. Daniel Taylor says, "Any skin left on the singing bowl?" Very funny.
Yes, actually, there is.
We got back to the house, and I was telling Brittany, I showed her the bowl, and there was a little bit of skin on there. It was actually frozen, was thawing out, and the more it thawed out, you could actually move the skin around on the bowl. I said, "Here, you do it." And when his tongue touched it, he pulled it like out of my hand, and it went up against his lip. And he said, "You pushed it." Jerked it out of my hand.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it. That's what you guys are dealing with.
It's still sore.
Let me see.
Uh, eh.
I was just kidding. I was just
On the bottom of the tongue.
Oh man. Here's let's see. There's Paul's in here. Hi Paul. Paranormal Paul says, would you gift a cheeseburger or fight for one? Hmm.
Ooh. Right now, I'd probably gift it because I can't have any.
I'm pretty hungry, so
And I just seen Paul's post, and I'll be praying for Thomas, I believe.
yes. Yeah. If anybody doesn't know that, uh, our friend Paranormal Paul, you guys have seen us on his show a couple times. They could really use some prayers right now. I know Paul said that they was dealing with a lot of headaches and stuff like that, and that's kind of what Brittany went through when they found out she had a TIA. We went to the hospital 3 times. Her headache was so bad, and they just kept telling her she had a migraine and giving her a migraine cocktail. And finally, on the third day, the doctor put in an order to see the eye doctor, and her left eye wasn't dilating like her right eye was. So he uh, put an order in for her to get an MRA, not an MRI, but an MRA. And that's when they found the scar tissue on her left optical nerve. And that's when they're like, okay, we got good news and bad news. Good news is it's gone and you're going to be fine. Bad news is it did leave scar tissue. So it did do a little bit of damage, but could have been worse. When it comes to headaches, you think, oh, it's just a bad headache, but it could be much worse. Not that I'm trying to scare you, Paul, or anything like that, but it was, it definitely messed with Brittany a little bit. She still deals with mixing up words a lot, don't she, Shelby?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, here, catch the ball when she meant to say keys, or hey, when she wants to say, hey, let's go swimming, she'll say, hey, let's go get in the tub. Like, what?
She's real bad real bad about her left and rights.
Yeah. But we'll be praying for you guys, Paul. Hope he gets better.
Yes.
If you guys need anything, just reach out to us. And we've got another question here from Todd. Todd was in Minnesota, and if I'd have realized he was in Minnesota, we might have tried to meet up with Todd while me, Miguel, and Chris were out there. That'd have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
He says, when are you guys going to investigate those tracks you found? So, them tracks were on Shelby's neighbor's property, Linda. She's a really nice lady. She would not have a problem with us coming over there, but we always get permission before we go. And
Hmm.
me, Dad, and Joe hunted over there this year, and she was in Florida while we hunted, but she gave us permission to go over there. We just had to hop over the fence because she wasn't there to let us in. But yeah, as soon as we hear back from Mom, I think Mom's gonna get us permission to go over there. She gave us permission. What was it, last year,
Hmm.
to camp over there? And we just never got around to it. But
Last February, wasn't it?
yeah, now Linda said she's never seen one, but I think she's hiding something.
I don't think she wants to talk about it.
She's got an awful lot of signs in her yard that say "I believe in Bigfoot." But yeah, soon as we can, we'll get over there. Maybe tomorrow. Hopefully, we can try to sort something out with that.
Yeah. Yep. If it
It's
quits raining.
Yeah, it's raining right now. So we got another one from Tammy. Have you considered Wiccan help? We'll take any help we can get, really.
Yeah.
Uh, our family used to practice Wiccan, but there's like good and bad, so people say, and there's supposed to be a book buried on a property somewhere that came from Mexico, like an old book. So I don't know, because our aunt was saying,
Great.
man, I really hope that book wasn't in the house when the house burnt, because she supposedly buried it on the property somewhere, and she thought that maybe Grandma had put it up and was too scared to bury it. I don't know. You know
Hopefully,
more about that than I do because you were there.
yeah. I don't know. It's our great aunt actually that talked about it. And she said that it was our great. It started in our great grandfather and grandmother's area down in Mexico, and they used to practice all that stuff. And they didn't do it for bad or anything. They did it for good. And said there was some bad stuff in there, but who knows? Who knows what was used back then?
Mhm.
If you use the bad, bad comes with it. But if you do something good with that stuff, bad follows it. So if you're gonna like if you ask for money, you're gonna lose something. Yes,
I've always heard that there was a price that came
yes,
with everything.
there's a price to pay. And she says she thinks it was buried because my grandmother, she was kind of against it, all that, and she didn't want nothing to do with it. So she probably buried it out in the things. I don't think she would have it in the house. I hope not.
Hmm. Paul said he had an MRA that turned out fine. Ooh,
That's good.
that's good. I wonder why. Wonder why he's having all those headaches.
My wife went through this, and they've done 17 different medicines till they found one to get rid of all the headaches and nausea and migraines. She has chronic migraine disease, and uh, cluster headache.
Come in. Thought someone knocked on the door.
Well, that was
There's
weird.
Miguel. Miguel's in the house. Everybody say hi to Miguel.
Hi, Miguel.
That's right. Oh man, that guy. I tell you, he's something.
He's a lot braver than me, that's for sure.
Miguel said he will get Linda to talk. He's gonna go over there and twist her arm. Listen here, lady.
She's pretty cool neighbor.
Man, I'm getting behind on comments. I know I seen a question here. A war chief was asking what camera we used. There we go. So the camera we use that sees so well at night, especially when there's snow on the ground, is the Sony Alpha 7S2. Easy for me to say.
I can't say it.
So I was trying to find an affordable camera with a really high ISO rating, something that could see really good low lighting. And I come across this camera, and there was a new movie that came out, was last year or the year before last, called The Creator, about AI robots and whatnot. They filmed that entire movie with the same camera, but they used like a high powered capture card to do it, kind of like I'm doing right now, except I got a little square that's right here. I can't get rid of that because I'm using the Sony hooked up to my computer through all these wires. The sound here, mic here, camera up there. Just kind of rolling with the punches on that. All right. Dead air in the air. That's right. Uh, MR Firemouth here says after 30-foot fall, 3 skull fractures, I had headaches over a year. Everybody, Botox injections in my forehead, got rid of them. Oh, that's very interesting. Never heard of that.
Yeah.
We got a question here from Miguel. It says, do you think the granite on our property is a conduit for the supernatural activity, including the cryptids?
I do.
Great question. Great question. I think
I think
so.
I think so because granite puts off radiation, right?
Yeah, radon. Yeah.
Your radon, which what you know, something's got to sense that stuff.
Shelby's got a lot of granite. Well, heck, I do too, but Shelby's
Yeah.
got a lot of granite.
Hmm.
Um, they talk, like David Pilates talks about, like there's a bunch of different things that put all these missing people in a specific category for 411. It's like point of separation, weather event, moving water, granite. There was all kind unexplained weather event, all that stuff. And it's really interesting when you start looking into missing people. Kind of spooky though. I don't like. Wait a minute, we got granite, we got moving water. We don't really
We,
separate a whole lot. I would hate to go in there alone. I've yet
yeah.
to do it.
Me and you did it that one night, but we wasn't very far from each other,
No, no, yeah.
It was still scary.
Great also carries a lot of frequencies. That's interesting.
Huh.
Miguel, he says, I got questions for days. Me and you both. How does the Podgy track work in a Plymouth? It just does.
It just does.
Let's see. Billy Sheeling. Did I say that right? Sheeling. In Virginia quartz is abundant. Folks seem to think it's a catalyst. Yeah, I could see that. You got like a lot of people putting quartz and crystals like around their practice areas, and then they got the
Mhm.
other people that have them like the windows for like healing quartz.
Yeah, moon quartz and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I've even seen farmers using quartz on copper rods and stuff, and they swear by it. People grow them bigger produce.
Yeah.
Don't take granite for granted, Brittany says. That's my girl right there. My wife. My Brit Brat.
She's the wipe to your butt.
Yeah. Okay, makes sense. Miguel says it makes sense because orbs unseen around cryptid paranormal activities. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like the most orbs we see is down there at the Big Rock. 'Cause it's all granite.
Yeah. I know that one for sure was an orb because it was blue and it was moving.
Mm-hmm.
Any other time we would have just stood there and looked at it. Hell, the first time that I actually seen that Sasquatch from basically the shoulders up, I sent Josh a picture I found the other day on Facebook of what looked almost exactly what we seen that night. But we were standing there looking down there at this light, trying to get this perfect line of sight at this light down there by the big rocks. And it could have been an orb, or it could have been a dust to dawn light, just coincident, just like a perfect coincidence through all these trees to be able to see it. But you had to stand in the exact spot to see it. And that's when Josh noticed something up there in front of the camper, and you can see it doing this and that. I'm gonna have to get a crash course from Paul on the StreamYard. I don't know how to share the screen. I have no idea. I had the picture. I sent it to Josh and said, "What's this remind you of?" He's like, "Holy crap, dude! That's almost exactly it." Yeah, right. Here, I'm gonna download the photo. Okay, add new scene. I'm doing maybe not. Media presentation. I don't know what I'm doing. Bear with me, guys.
I got smaller.
Hang in there, Shelby. Oh.
I'm back. Ah!
All right, Shelby, tell a story while I try to figure this out.
Oh. We'll talk about that orb. Is that the first when we used to go out there and just try to get scared?
Yeah, it's when we had those GoPro 7 silvers.
Yeah. My grandma was still alive, and she kept telling us before I'd stop in and tell grandma, like, hey, we're going to go down in the woods. She'd always be careful. There's always things watching you. Just be careful down there. And that night when we're going down theater, and we were 100 yards, 150 yards in maybe, and that's when that's happened. And it looked like it went down the Big Rocks Trail over the Big Rocks, and it was bluish, right?
Yeah, it was kind of LED-ish looking.
Yeah, kind of LED-ish, bluish light. And first, I was like, "Wait, that's the neighbor's light. Yeah, it's way down there. That's neighbor's light." And Adam and Josh were like, "There ain't no neighbors down there." And I was like, "You're right. There ain't no neighbors down there." And it just kind of went up and vanished. But we watched that thing for a couple minutes, probably. Was all trying to figure it out, and it went away, and it came back, and that's when we were like, "Hold on, maybe Grandma's right. We need to be careful down here." Of course, we had those GoPros, so you couldn't see it on there. What's that?
That's it. I found this picture on Facebook. I see how it's leaning. Now, if you
Yeah.
was to just look at just from the shoulders or elbows up there, that is what I
Oh,
remember seeing. That's how far leaned over when it was swaying. That's how far over it was going.
yeah.
I don't know if this is a picture of a Bigfoot or what it is, but that caught my attention, and I was like, "Holy crap!" Except the light was directly behind it.
You're talking about the camper light. I thought you was talking about the orb we seen.
Yeah, that right there had me like, "Oh my god!" I seen that picture and was like, "Whoa, whoa, that's it."
Yeah, and think that camper on that light's what, 7 foot off the ground,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah. Okay, now I've lost my comments. Okay, here we are. They're going back. Let's see. K Boss 518. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. Where am I
Yeah,
at?
thank you.
Bear with me, guys. I'm not tech savvy.
I'm glad you're doing it because I'd have it all messed up. I ain't even gonna lie. You should see me at the computer at work.
Yeah, there's mom. We got mom in the chat. Says hi, boys. Bobby Boucher. Yeah, my mama says alligators are so angry.
They don't got no toothbrush.
They got on the teeth for no toothbrush. There's a question from Ward Tree Tracker C. Shelby, you now know for sure not to put young tongue your tongue on a freezing metal, right?
I don't know. It tasted pretty good.
I guarantee it'll happen again.
I should have knew better. Adam did it, and I was like, "And it can't be that bad."
Let's see. Here's Miguel says, plus the dog man that we seen downstream. Yeah, yeah, there was. I don't. Grandpa always said that that was like a big black wolf looking dog that was making that baby crying sound. And I always thought like hellhound. And then getting into this, you look at all the other sightings, and the only thing that really makes that fits that is the, the dog man. You know, like a dog
Yeah.
man have been known to make sounds like babies crying to get you in the woods. And that's exactly what it did too.
Hmm. I couldn't imagine how scary that was for Grandpa.
Yeah, I would have. It'd have been chased me knee deep in crap. All right,
Also,
let's see. Got another one from Miguel here. I believe in the Nephilim theory. I also focus on physical evidence. Yeah, I
I'm
was.
there too.
Some of you guys know Kenny. I know Miguel knows him. Met him at the Crossing Realms. We were talking the other night, and we were talking about the theory where man walked with dinosaur. I don't know if you guys have really looked into that. Like they're finding fossil prints with human prints and dinosaurs. I mean, you got the Bible talks about the giants and the dragons. All those great stories, and makes you wonder: did man walk with dinosaurs? Because I also seen another video where, like, it was like 250 miles from the ocean, they were finding this big cluster of human remains. They had elongated skulls. They were finding seashells and stuff that out of the ocean that could not be there. And that the Bible talks about the flood. Maybe the flood's what killed all the dinosaurs, along with the Nephilim, as told. You really go down into that. It's really interesting, and I do agree with Miguel there.
I do too, honestly. You
Oh,
can dig deep in it.
yeah, War Chief Checker C. Thanks, man. I really
Yeah, thank
appreciate
you.
that. That'll go a long ways. Thanks, man.
Yeah, thank you. My cat keeps on wanting to go in and out.
Meow, 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 meow. Like herding cats.
Yeah.
Let's see. Another one from Miguel. Remember those two whoops we heard in intense heat wave in the winter? Yeah. Man, I refer to that all the time, man. That is like people say they're like, do you think they're, and it messes up my whole theory. Like when I start thinking these things have moved out of the area and they're migrating, boom, we get something like that. For example,
Mm-hmm.
that was a crazy night. Um, so it was, I think it was the first night we had all got set up, was all camping. The night was kind of shot. We just had too much going on at the fire, just too big of a group. Everybody was having a really good time. But as far as research conducting, bumpkiss. And then once that got quiet, a gigging boat come down the creek. Generator on this little John boat. Big old lights. These guys are also having a good time. I'm like, oh man, this is.
And it's
So we
been
all,
years since
yeah,
I've seen the digging boat.
it has. Me, Miguel, Brittany, Shelby, were you with us?
Yeah, yeah.
We all go down in the woods to like get away from all the noise so we can at least kind of,
Yeah.
because we're researching, but we also try to film and vlog so the people watching kind of know what's going on. It is so hard to take the two and balance it. That's why our videos have slowed down a little bit, but people will never understand that. Researching and then trying to take them along with it's tough. But we get down there in the woods and nothing's happened. Nothing's happened all night. I was like, oh man, I kind of feel bad. I've been talking about all this creepy stuff that happens here. Everybody's driven all this way to camp here and nothing's happening. Hope they don't think I'm lying. Then this big hot air. This is like early February. It's cold.
Yeah.
We should not have been camping, but we get desperate sometimes.
Mm.
It's like big gulf of hot air, and I'm not talking like 5-10 degrees difference. I'm talking like 30 degrees difference. It was like just boom, hot air, like right out of a sauna. The leaves were curling on the trees. Like trees do underneath, leaves do underneath the fire. It was like, whoa. Everybody's like, whoa, what the heck? And it passes, boom, it's cold again. It lasted probably 15, 20 seconds. If I can recall correctly.
It happened twice, didn't it?
Yeah. And then later that night, we all laid down and I was just about asleep. Brittany was out. She was snoring.
I went to bed and I was asleep.
Just about asleep. And I heard those two whoops. And I thought it was one of the guys doing like one last Hail Mary. So I really wasn't like, whoa, what was that? I heard Miguel get out of his hammock and walk, and I was still like dozing off. And he came back down there, and I'm pretty sure he touched the tent or something. Or said, "Hey, did you hear that?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "That wasn't the guy." I was like, "It's happening, it's happening." Lucky enough, we got those documented. Those are probably the two loudest whoops that have ever taken place between Shelby's property and my property. So we got extremely lucky.
Them ones in the Eclipse one was a good one.
Yeah, it wasn't much of a whoop though. It was like almost like it was trying to mimic what Bill was doing.
Yeah, true. True. More like a holler.
Man, I'm way behind on the comments. I'm just gonna shoot down here. Whoa, way down here. Okay, here's one from Silent. My father lives about 10 minutes from Table Rock. Crazy sounds around those mountains at night. Man, I really wanted to get down there and look. When money's really tight, and me and Shelby love to go to Florida to vacation once a year or once every couple years. But the last few times money's been a little tight, we'll take the kids to Branson because our cousins work at the 3M factory and they get discounts to go down there to Branson to like Silver Dollar City. So we'll go down there and we'll camp out and we'll go Silver Dollar City that weekend. Always hit up Bass Pro because it's free to get in and it's a ton of fun to look at.
I could spend all day in Bass Pro.
We stayed at those cabins. I can't remember the name of the cabins, but they were super cheap. They weren't like Taj Mahal, but they were nice.
Bar and Inn.
Yeah, and it was on Table Rock Lake, and you looking across that lake the whole time. I'm like, man, that'd be amazing to get down here and go a little further in and research. The first time we went to those cabins, Mom and Dad and Shelby and Sabrina and the kids, all the kids stayed inside the motorhome, and me and Brittany stayed in the tent, but like to froze to death. In the middle of the night, we had something walk up to our tent, and me and Brittany were like,
Fucker.
we're all got cryptids on our mind. We're like, oh. It was a deer, but it was definitely a holding your breath for 2 minute kind of situation. Yeah, you'll have to hit us up on that. Maybe we could work with you on that. I'd like to come down there and do some research, and maybe you could be like a tour guide. Definitely get a hold of Miguel. He likes taking those kind of reports, man. Those sounds, you hear so many different sounds. Like, I think Miguel sent me a video earlier. Shelby up there at Adams Mountain, up there by Little Jacks, the mountain where we found the teepee.
Yeah.
They had recorded some vocalizations from there that was pretty intense, and they were good, clear ones too. They were really good ones.
Yeah, that's what Jackson said too. There's always something that hollers up there too, ain't there?
Yeah, you remember where we found all those that junkyard of old cars up there, and they hardly had any rust on them.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a guy that had horses that looked like wild horses. We're like, wild horses, ah! But
yeah,
they were real just somebody's horses. That right up in there.
Really?
A big rock up there at Adams. Me and Shelby, Shelby and Dad, when we went up to Kalispell Mountain.
Yeah, I think so.
That was the helicopter. I think that was like the highest point and goes like right at 6,900 feet. My ears popped so much from the pressure that
we couldn't hear for a week.
There we go. He says, hit me up. You can go fishing while you here at the River Father's backyard. Yeah. Yeah, we love doing some fishing.
I'm on the way.
Okay, Paul spent some time down there around Table Rock Lake. It's a beautiful place. It gets really busy in downtown there in Branson. Really busy.
I don't understand their roads.
I drove right past Walmart and went through all that big line there going Silver Dollar City to go. I didn't realize there was a Walmart right there by the cabin.
The roads are up, down, left, right, going backwards.
Okay, here's a question. Mary says, what's the scariest experience you have had with cryptids? Shelby, you go first.
Scariest one? I think, there's two of them. The scariest one was the time where me and you got bluff charged down there. That scared me. And I had the 12 gauge with the extra mags, and I was still running. I don't know what it was, but I was leaving at him there. That scared me. And the second time, I was burning our trash in my little burn pit, and I had this little bitty flashlight. It was like this little bitty old light, and it wasn't even bright. It was a little bitty thing. Or was it a stream light? I don't even remember.
It was like a
It was,
pocket mechanics pen light, but
yeah,
it was really bright. It was a really nice light.
yeah, and I happened to look up, and I seen something looking around the house, and it right around the house, and I don't know what it was, but that scared the crap out of me. It did. I walked to the back door looking down. Every hair in my body stood up, and I come in and I closed the shutters, or the blinds. And Sabrina said, "What?" I was like, "I just seen something looking at me around this house." It scared me. It was probably the most gut wrenching feeling I've ever had.
Yeah, it scared me, and I wasn't even there.
Now I felt different. The other time I seen it, I didn't have that feeling. I know I was scared, but I wasn't like, yeah, that thing ain't gonna eat me or nothing like that. It's like it wanted me to see it, but that time it scared me. Like, why didn't it want me to see it? Was it different creature? Was it different breed? Was it something different? Was it a spirit? Was it a dog man? It's stuff that goes through my head. And when I go outside at night, I constantly look at the corners of my house. I just constantly.
Yeah,
I never think about to look on the roof or anything like what happened to you, but
that's
I,
that's, that's the way I am. I've got like PTSD over every
yeah,
time I see them little reflectors on mailboxes or little reflectors at the end of people's driveways. That's the first thing I do is mm.
mm,
It scared me too because I was laying in bed and Sabrina called Brittany, and it wasn't on speakerphone, but I could hear. Sabrina's like, Adam needs to come over here. I was like, all right, Bigfoot action. But I could hear you freaking out.
it freaked me out.
The way you were like,
I had tears. I was freaking out.
I thought something's wrong with mom or dad. And it freaked me out. And I throwed my boots on, didn't tie them, took off halfway up the stairs. She's like, you need your camera. And I turned around and went back down. But all my camera gear was actually in Dad's motorhome because we took it to deer camp a few weeks before that.
Yeah,
So I
right.
called Dad and was telling Dad how to turn the camera on, and I told him just stick it out the door until I got over there. And I had that little AGM I just hung out the window of the car where I come down the hill.
That scared me. And there was another time that scared me. It was a time when I was living in a camper after the house burnt. That scared me. There's been so many. I've been scared so many times just to think about it. Got scared in the house when it hit the side of the house. I couldn't sleep at all for like a week. And that time, it wouldn't leave me alone and leave us alone. It kept like doing a native chatter, and you could hear it walking around next to Adam's camper. He had like a little toy hauler camper that he kept in front of my house, and you could hear it over there. And I told it to leave, and it wasn't welcome right now. We had to go to bed, and I took a little 28 gauge and shot one off in the air. And it took off screaming like Bloody Mary, like a man screaming. Like I shot it, and I felt so bad, but it scared me. What if that thing comes back and tries to scare me back? You know.
Mm-hmm.
And there's that time we was up on the mountain, and we had that bad feeling. Bad feeling. We ended up leaving because we had a bad feeling so bad.
It did not feel good. Like
Mhm.
we shouldn't be up here.
Yeah,
Think about all the times the rear end could have went out.
yeah, I know. Up on that mountain.
Luckily, it went out down at the house.
I'm kidding. Oh my god, that'd have been bad. Up there in the middle of the night, to
The,
walk back.
the scariest moment, and I didn't even see the damn thing. But the scariest moment for me is when I seen those eyes. When I seen that thing come up behind the truck and seen those eyes, because I stared at him for a little bit, like at a motorcycle. How a motorcycle get there? Do I not back up? All these thoughts going through my head until I realized I was coming to the truck, and then it clicked. It registered. When it did, it scared me so bad that I felt the blood leave my face, like as pale as a ghost. That saying, I can now understand where that comes from, because I remember touching my face, like, what is wrong with my
I could.
face? The girl I was dating at the time, she was in the passenger seat, and I'm NASCARing my way out of there. When I hit the asphalt, I remember like, oh my god, oh my god, my face was like tingling, like I could. There was no blood on my face. It was like cold, like a bad fever.
Mm.
Weirdest feeling ever.
Imagine how Cody felt, that thing chasing him.
Yeah, I had two demons I seen that night. Those eyes and the crazy girl that was with me. Yeah, and Miguel was down there. I don't know if anybody had watched that Sasquatch Theories last survival video he did at the Killing Fields, where he's down there alone, and he had something with eyes just off to his side there, completely alone. If they would have been red, heart attack.
I wouldn't have done it. I couldn't have stayed there. I would have packed up and left. He's brave.
Miguel is one of the bravest people I know.
I wouldn't have done it.
I'm like, how the hell? He makes me feel bad because he's out there like doing this stuff. I'm like, man, I'm like motivation. He could do it, I could do it, and I make it across the yard to the tree line. I'm like, crap, I can't do it. I can't do it.
You can't do it.
Shelby, my hand.
I'm behind him, recording, shaking. They're like, hold the camera still.
Yeah. Hey, Janetta. Hey, Adam and Brittany, your size comparison in the last video last night. The eyes were a little more closer to the gable edge on the roof. Yes. Yeah, we thought if we would get her up there, and I was just going to lay the two beside each other, but when I put the photos on the editing software like that, you can turn down the picture to where it kind of fades out. And I took the screen recorder and just recorded what I was doing. And if you look, it's not quite perfect, but that was the best I could do. And on my screen, the night vision, you can see the whole house. But when I upload it, everything's darker. Like I noticed that with my thermal too. Like my thermal looks amazing. But on the editing software, it's like, what? Why does it look so crappy? But yeah, I agree with you. I don't know what that was on the roof, but every little sound I hear when I'm like laying down, kids are just over here in their room sleeping. I'm here in this bed trying to go to sleep. Any crack, pop, any sound, I'm like a dog ready to bark. I'm like, what was that? Oh God, it's on the roof. Brittany, wake up! It's absolutely nothing. Like you guys can't see it, but right here where the these wires are, I've opened that window and I'm not quite tall enough to look out it because for some reason they're way up at the top. And I'll hold my thermal out of that thing with my phone connected to it, and I'll look around the yard. Oh man, I'm way behind on the comments again. Sorry, guys.
Wish I could read them.
He's Cryptic Crystal. I still, 3 years later, can't go into the woods where I hung out and walked and took my friends and kids over for 15 years. Did you see one in that area?
Sounds like it.
He says, brave or dumb. I don't know. He's pretty brave.
He's pretty brave. He's trying to get as much footage as possible, you know.
Okay. This would be a good question for Miguel. Anybody ever seen a Sasquatch that had skin color close to the color of tanned buckskin?
Huh.
Huh. Like is if it was like a winter coat, it got kind of that grayish
Like,
color to them.
yeah.
That's kind of what our neighbor Zach described. Was like
A Momo.
an old gorilla. He said you could see the silverish, almost whitish, not quite white, on its back. And he said its head and shoulders were like level as it was running through the brush, and all the brush was like moving around it. He went down there thinking it was a deer with his crossbow. He seen that and
Oh, heck no.
oh my god, Adam isn't crazy.
He's right. He's right.
Uh, sorry for the squeaky computer chair. This one came with the house. It's got a wobble to it.
Wobble, baby. Wobble, baby. Wobble, baby. Wobble.
Okay, here's one. See Hollins K. Coon. Adam, hello guys. Best of the Heaven Church crews. Hey, thanks for joining.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay. Hissin Possum. Oh, I love that. I love that name, Hissin Possum. Yes, the eyes behind you were scary AF.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when you sent that to me. I stood up. I was like, ooh.
Oh, you should have been in my chairs. I'm like, I'm gonna put together a quick video. And me and Shelby will film this weekend. We'll be able to finish it, get all this stuff out of the way. I'm getting on track. Had already put together almost an entire video. Seen that when I'm trying to chop it up. Because I'm going to be honest, I spent about 2 minutes using the camera to pick out a bat in the cave. Because if you use the camera, I don't know how many times I've filmed with the night vision and there was a bat in the cave and had to cut it out. That's embarrassing. But yeah, I had a straggler and I couldn't get it out. But I bet it in and I see that because I thought I seen something because my camera right here. So I had my camera on the tripod with the screen flipped around like this. Okay. And I thought I seen something down here. This is still, a pretty good ways away from me. And I looked down at it and I looked, didn't see anything. Carried on. Had no idea. Went to bed. Actually took the dogs outside before I went to bed in the backyard where that thing was. Never knew it. Got up the next day, piddle farted around, started doing the computer thing, seen that, and was like, no way. Cat, raccoon. Looked at it like pretty big.
Yeah, it's pretty high over the roof there. I think it was a SW.
Yeah, Emma was like, Dad, what is that? I was like, on the roof, sis. What is it? I said, I don't know. Stay inside. Don't
Stay inside.
listen or I'm going to throw you outside.
It was either an SW, a rake, or something else.
Could have been a juvie. Could have been Dogman. Maybe it could have been mountain lion. Maybe it was a really big possum. I don't know. I'll never know.
We'll never know.
I can only picture turning around and actually seeing that with my light. Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine.
Oh.
It's kind of like that time I seen it at the corner of the house. It freaked me out. Right there by my bathroom window.
Yeah, I hate my bathroom window. Did you see that I had that little horse feeder pool in front of it?
I did.
I was like, nothing can stand there if it's there. And then I realized that something could stand on it. It's like, nah, need to move that thing. Okay, Native Tuna. Hey, man, what's going on? Says, how was the Washington State experience? Amazing.
It's beautiful.
I do
Except
have
for
a
me.
few complaints. Few complaints. The ears cannot get up in altitude, way down in altitude. Up in altitude, way down in altitude. I tried everything. My ears popped so much they quit popping.
They quit working.
You asked Shelby. We lost so much time to be out there filming because I was completely miserable.
Paralyzed from his ears.
And the mosquitoes. My
Mosquitoes.
God. Dad said, I had to stomp that mosquito twice. He said, I swatted it, knocked it on the ground, stomped on it. He said, it flipped me off, and I had to stomp it again. The mosquitoes were not messing around.
I
But,
slapped.
Other than that, it was
one.
pretty amazing.
Yeah, besides getting scared in that, whatever that was in there.
Yeah.
I think that was paranormal.
Yeah, that's where Dad and Jack went hunting down there by the bunker. That was a military training facility. I don't know what it was called, but it's behind that ski resort that's just east of Chewelah, Washington. And we almost hit a moose on our way back from that too. We come around the corner, we just seen legs and butt, and it looked like a Sasquatch at first, but it was a moose.
A moose.
Yeah,
I didn't know they were that big.
They're big.
Yeah, I think that was paranormal soldier or something.
Yeah, it was beautiful up there. Absolutely beautiful. Me and Miguel were just talking about going back up there today.
I like to go back up there. It was nice.
I'd love to get Miguel up there. I'm going to wear my walkers the whole time, though.
Yeah, we need to get a hold of that guy. That worked for the forest.
Yeah, I still have not got an email from him.
He probably disappeared.
Probably. So while we were in Washington, my cousin owned. He shut the doors down on it, but it was called 8251 Barbecue. And we had like a little town hall event where all these people come in to tell their Bigfoot stories. And there was one guy that wasn't there that little Jack, my cousin, was hoping would be there. So this guy worked for the forestry. And these loggers found these giant beaver-looking nests up in the mountains.
They're huge.
They were huge, like these big old Ewok-looking huts up in the mountains of Washington on the Adams Mountain side of Chewelah. So they call him in. He's forestry. He goes up there. Has no idea. Never seen him before. They take samples of the hairs that were in there, and the samples came back as grizzly bear, moose, elk, and something else. And he thinks that these things were eating, and that was like their cache in their nest, a hut. But Shelby. I didn't actually talk to him. Shelby was helping Little Jack prep up all the smoked meat for that week's menu. And Jack and Shelby went up there to the bar or to the restaurant, and they walked in on Little Jack's employees throwing a party and drinking all of Jack's alcohol that he had to sell. So they got busted, and that guy was in there. He was a friend of one of the guys that was running the bar, and he told Shelby what they had seen and told Shelby that story. Shelby gave him our email, and we never did hear from him.
No.
But Little Jack's friends with them. I'm sure it wouldn't take a whole lot to get Jack to twist his arm to take us to these nesting sites.
And that barbecue was so good.
Yeah, I'm going to miss it. Well, he's going to do the traveling or do like the food fair kind of stuff, just travel on the truck.
I think he'd do better at that because people loved it at that Bigfoot festival.
Yeah, the Bigfoot festival in Meadowline Falls or Meta Falls.
That's a beautiful town. Well, I don't even know if it's village. It's
Oh man.
like 2 hours away from Walmart.
There's Brittany. Hello, everybody. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch. Yeah, as a lot of you know, we don't do a whole lot of live streams, but we thought it's raining. The night's kind of shot. Let's do a live stream. Let's try to figure out this StreamYard. I know Paul and everybody else, like Krista and Brandy, and everybody uses the StreamYard. And I thought, well, if they're using it, I should use it too. And we got Ken here. There's Kenny.
Hey, Kitty.
Oh, Ken. Yeah, mom and dad are going back up in May. I seen something else on here. There's like you can only see like 2 comments at a time on here. How do you make that bigger? Can you make it bigger? 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 Okay, here's a question. Okay. Forest ghost fowls. Do y'all think these things mimic coyotes or sometimes travel with the coyote packs? Absolutely.
I do.
Yeah, and I think they mimic owls, and I think they mimic people.
Yep.
For a long time, I was convinced that these things were working with the coyotes because you would hear coyotes, and then you would hear a weird howl, like a weird scream, or it'd be vice versa.
Yeah.
This thing would let off, and then all the coyotes start going nuts around it, or the coyotes would be going nuts. This thing was screaming, all the coyotes would shut up. It was crazy.
It gets so quiet. And there was that night with the owls and the tree knocks.
Here's Miguel. He says, "Remember that time we were talking about the ground stomps and Bigfoot ground stomps?" Yeah, yeah. Something similar happened like that the other night. Being show we were standing there goofing off with that laser, and it was real rapid. I was like, woof, 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 woof.
It was weird.
Yeah, you could feel it in the ground. It was either snow falling out of a tree,
Which
the
I
ice
doubt.
in the river shifting, or it was more that ground stumping. You know
I
what's
think
crazy about that is the only time that the ground stomp had ever happened like that was when Miguel was standing there. We were talking about how they'll just poof on the ground, you can feel it, and then sure enough, right there behind us, like someone dropped the bowling ball, thud. You know. Let's see. Can we hear you fart?
I'll try.
Be careful! Don't trust it.
Oh! I don't know. I haven't farted in a while. Too scared to.
Let's see. Sasquatch there. I heard Bigfoot having their way with people. You know, Miguel knows this story, but you guys may not. Me and Shelby drove halfway across the country to Washington, and the only 2 people we interviewed were molested by Sasquatch.
Mm-hmm. And it was sad too when they were telling their story.
The one Paul guy, I'm like 50-50 on it, but the old guy, he sounded really smart. And he had me going for a little bit, and then things got really weird.
Really weird.
Really weird. I'm not saying that he wasn't telling the truth, but things got way off track. Way off track. Oh, Charles Smokes, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
Not expected, but very much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You get 2 thumbs up.
I was talking to Miguel earlier about camping out at the Emmaus Asylum that Saturday night for the benefit. There's a lot of ghost stuff up there. I don't really like the ghost stuff, but kind of seems like what are you doing?
I'm gonna fight you.
To fight you.
That
Oh,
ghost stuff scares me.
that's why. Hey, man. Again, man. Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thank you. Yeah, means a lot.
Miguel again. Remember the stumps in Minnesota? We could feel it in our bodies from 100 yards away. That was crazy. Yeah, it was like giant boulders. Just it was weird. It was really. As soon as we got in the truck and got camp set up, something, dude, it sounded like somebody was crying, like kind of like the witch from Left 4 Dead.
What? Was I there?
And Chris, he was like our Minnesota uh,
Oh, Minnesota.
tour guide. And he's like, me and Miguel both look at him like, and he's like, I don't know, I've never heard that.
I'm glad I didn't go.
Oh man. Let's see. Very soon, Donna. Very soon. Very soon.
I'd like to go down to Killing Fields. I've only been there twice, I think. I didn't stay the night.
Yeah, both times you didn't stay the night, did you?
No. I'm kind of scared too with these palpitations going on. I'm scared to go anywhere.
No. I hear you on that. I went down there with Miguel and he played those wolf sounds on that predator call.
Yeah.
And I had to go take medication. Like, you did it now. He's like, oh man, a dog man's coming. Like, you did it now. I haven't took one of these in 3 weeks. Now I gotta. Oh man, get behind on comments again. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Warrior Nation. Have you guys ever searched for underground caverns or mines on your property, surrounding properties? Because I'm sure that's where they live in, keeping them out of the elements. And it's funny you say that.
Yeah.
You can look up, kind of giving away our location here, but you can look up Silver Mines Campground. It was Silver Mines. That is literally, I'm just going to say it's close. And same body of water. And supposedly there's only 2 entrants, but I kind of know better than that. These Sasquatch are huge. And if they was to pick up a rock and put it over a cave entrance, and it's not like the place is like full of people. You know what I mean? Like,
There's only one.
Nobody really ventures off that trail. I mean,
Yeah.
We've been up it. Miguel's been up it. It's just, I feel, and if you also Google like Missouri caves and caverns, Missouri is like number 1 in the world for caves and caverns. So yeah, I feel like they're kind of cave dwellers, caverns, anywhere they can get out of the elements. My dad retired from a mining company, and I worked at the Sweetwater Doe Run mine for a long time. It's actually underneath the Killing Fields, and it's only was 68, 68 degrees all year round down there. So it's like cold enough that you kind of want a hoodie, but you're not really going to sweat real bad if you're doing something. But it's hot enough you're not going to freeze. It's weird. It's like the perfect indoor temperature, and it's like that all year round, except for one spot on the West Mine train where the ventilation shaft comes in. It's a big ice cube, but it only gets down like 40 degrees. It actually feels really good if you've been really working hard. You go driving by there on a tractor or a haul truck, get a gust of that. It felt great. lots of really clean water to drink down there too. Let's see, Stormy.
I'm gonna have to get me a laptop so I can read these and help you.
I'm not sure how I can share
Oh,
all this. I don't know. As I said before, we're learning. You guys are learning with us.
yep.
So I got our screen over here, which is still, it's only 20% of my screen. And then over here on the right, there's like, you can see 2 comments at a time. All right. Cryptic Crystal says, I think they're opportunists and see, so they would use whatever they can. I tend to agree with you on that. They'll go after dog food, go after dogs,
Anything.
trash cans. Yeah. Here's a story for you. So Shelby pays for trash, his trash pickup, and he put the lid, and something kept getting in the trash. So someone would open this swinging lid up, on these big plastic trash cans. So he put a big rock on it, and then the rock was getting taken off.
Yeah.
But the neighbors, they were having the same problem, but their metal trash can lids are getting taken off, and then trash bags were being untied and opened up.
Yeah.
And stuff was getting taken out.
Not ripped or anything, untied. Really makes you wonder. And our other neighbors that are 8 miles from us, they're technically neighbors. They're only 3 houses from us or 4 houses, but they're 8 miles from us. Their dogs got turned inside out. Did I lose you?
Okay, I was trying to go through the comments. Uh-oh, I was being shadow banned. What did I do wrong? Was you being shadow banned? I feel like YouTube and the government does that to channels like ours.
Yeah.
Because you can get on your analytics and watch your stuff just go up and down. And it's crazy. They pay attention to people that are paying attention to things that shouldn't be. They're watching. They're watching, brother. But you're safe here, brother.
Yep.
Whoa. Thanks. We appreciate that.
Yep. Oh, thank you.
Cut June May. Did I say that right? I can't weed. I went to Fredericktown.
I can't count numbers.
June May. Love you guys. $50. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. We need to make get some woo every time someone donates or something.
Me and Shelby have been talking about doing a membership on YouTube and doing a really cheap one to do like Q&As and stuff. That way people wouldn't feel obligated to that. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
But what we were going to do in return for memberships, which we haven't done it yet, this is just speculation right now, but we were going to take every member and put their name on our ambulance. But we've got so much to do before we get that far. We got to fix the ambulance first.
Yeah.
Transmission's acting all kinds of weird, and I want to get that sorted out.
Before way out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I know Miguel was having some shadow ban issues there for a while. It's you can usually, YouTube will tell you if your video is going to do really good within the first 2 hours of uploading it. Like, wow, congratulations. Throw up confetti. Your video is performing better than usual. And then, boom, dead in the air, stops. The analytics just stop. It's like they come in and they're like, nobody wants to know.
Hold up.
I've had people say somehow I've gotten unsubscribed or, hey, my comments are getting deleted. I never delete comments.
Or it never shows that we're on.
Yeah, and I've only got 6 moderators, and the only time the 6 moderator steps in is like during these live streams. Like if you see the people commenting, if their names are blue, they are a moderator. So if you notice you're commenting and your name is blue, I trust you to take out the trash. I haven't. There's a lot of other people I haven't added yet, but noise. Let's see. All right. Can you see it, Shelby?
They didn't.
They didn't hear what Shelby said about Inside Out. That dogs were mutilated.
Yes.
Yeah, we should get Dad on here and talk about that. One of the guys that went to school with Dad lives on the other side of the mountain of where Shelby lives.
Yeah.
And he was riding his horse, got bucked off the horse, broke his neck real bad, and had to go and get that taken care of. And he had somebody going and watching his dogs, at least feeding his dogs. He had 4, 3 or 4 dogs.
I don't remember, honestly.
He was only in the hospital for a week, 5 days. I'm pretty sure. I'm probably butchering this up. That's why I kind of like to get Dad on here. But the guy comes home, can't find his dogs, goes out, gets up in the woods, finds his dogs, and they're all dead. They're all ripped up. The only thing he could say was it was probably hogs. And that's not the only time that's happened. Shelby's closest neighbor at the top of the hill, they had a dog that only had 3 legs, and it might make you wonder, like, where did that leg go? But Dad, Bryant, and Chris, their owner, went looking for whatever killed one of their dogs and really hurt the other dog. They thought it was hogs, and they never did see any hogs, but they were out to find whatever killed that dog. Hogs always get the blame, but you know, Shelby, you can contest to this. We spent a lot of time in the woods. How many times have you seen hogs?
None.
You see signs of hogs, like there are hogs, but
there's
out there.
There's a tree rubs where they bore up the trees and make little mud holes in here and there, but I haven't seen any.
I'm not saying they're not dangerous, but if you definitely put one in a corner, they're gonna put you down. But then I could see a dog getting a little too close.
Yeah. Makes you wonder.
Yeah, I agree with Stormy. Miguel has had some really. If you're not subscribed to Sasquatch Theory, you're missing out. You really are. He takes in so many reports and interviews, and it's not. He don't like read an email. He like the person calls, and you can hear the sincerity in their voices when they tell their encounter. Like Wes Germer does a really good job with his channel, but Miguel puts so much more on the channel. I mean, like when I was driving a truck, I always had me some Sasquatch Theory to get me through the day. I mean, there's just so many stories. He's got boots on the ground too. I mean, you always want to look forward to those things. So if you're not subscribed, go subscribe to Sasquatch Theory. You won't regret it.
Yep. He's pretty good.
Janetta. Yeah, there was like a missing dog thing in like the surrounding counties right here. It was sad. Like there was even some posters on Shelby's Road.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had dogs go missing before, and it is sad. I hate losing a dog. That's why these pups, they're not even puppies. They're 2 years old. See, I get attached to my dogs. I'm like,
they're still puppies.
They're 2 years old, but I treat them like they're only 6 months old. But I don't even trust them outside because I'm afraid they'll run off, or I'm afraid something will grab them because they're kind of dumb. I'm not gonna lie. Dixie, the mama, she can do all kinds of tricks, but the puppies, no.
Mine knows how to nap really good.
Yeah, Mike can sleep, eat, and poop. That's about it.
She feels pretty good, dog. She comes when I yell for her.
Yeah, I know the Sasquatch got one of Miguel's dogs. Miguel had on his channel. You guys have to go check it out. He interviews a guy named Dennis, and this old man was like, he wasn't a researcher. He was at war with these things. I mean, they were taking his dog Quigley. He was out to get revenge on these things. He didn't care. These things needed to die. Like this guy was setting out bear traps, and they were taking the bear traps, and he started putting these things on logs, and they were taking the logs that were tied to their bear traps. It's really, really good. Miguel documented a lot of good stuff out there. You guys have to go check that out.
Yeah, you need to go check it out.
One of my favorites. You could tell by this guy Dennis that he really didn't care to tell his story. You know, he's just like, "Well, buddy, this is what happened, and this is what I'm gonna do." Hey, I like that. But yeah, it is sad when a dog goes missing. We've had a few dogs go missing. Hopefully, it wasn't one of those things, but
Yeah.
I would not put it past them. Like Cryptic Crystal was saying earlier, these things are opportunity. You know, they'll take. I mean, think about it. If you're a homeless guy, you're going to take every little bit of food you can get.
And it's winter time, you know.
Yeah, especially right now. I think when it's got snow on the ground, I think they limit movement as much as possible. But when the snow's gone, these things are on the prowl.
Them tracks you found, man.
Yeah, I seen them with thermal.
Yeah.
Ooh, those don't look like deer tracks. I was really surprised. You know, out of all the spots we looked, Shelby, with that thermal, how come we can only see the tracks on that hill? We never seen any on that field
I
across.
don't know.
It was all on Linda's side.
Yeah, like
We
they're
just got lucky, and it was because I was looking at like that. There was like a warm mass on the pond. It looked like the water. You know, the spring water
was
looks like
warmer.
hot water in the wintertime on thermal
Yeah,
because it's warmer than the ambient air.
it's warmer than the creek water. It makes sense.
Yeah, could be a dog man. I agree with you there.
Yeah, it could be.
I didn't know what to think about that whole dog man thing, and then Brittany seen that one, and I was like, I'm the crazy one. I'm the one that's seen crazy stuff. And now she's saying she's seen this. Even then I didn't know how to take it, but I trusted her word. Like, you sure it wasn't a horse? You sure it wasn't a big deer? Like,
Sure.
you sure? Are you absolutely sure?
And then Grandma wanted you to come kill the thing with big pointy ears.
Yeah, and then that it's like, well, Bigfoot don't have big pointy ears.
Didn't Sabrina and Brittany see the dog man?
Yeah, on their way to town, right there by Ethan's house,
Yeah.
right there at Todd Melanie's driveway.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, on asphalt. Boop, boop.
Right there by where you seen it.
I think I have a.
Well, seen the eyes.
Yeah, I do. Hang on, I'll bring one up right quick. We used a AI software and just typed in a prompt of her description of what she's seen, and it took a couple tries. So what Brittany's seen looked just like the werewolf from Harry Potter, right? So we entered that and told it to do what Brittany's seen, and got a really interesting outcome. If I can find it, I got so many files on this computer. Come on, take over, Shelby, while I dig this out.
The Wolverine from Harry Potter is a pretty good description.
The Wolverine.
Whatever he is, the werewolf guy.
Yeah.
That's
Real
a pretty
skinny.
Yeah, real skinny, muscular, hairy, mangy, big head, you know. It really makes you wonder, do we have Dogman? They say Dogman and Sasquatch kind of run together in a way. There's a Bigfoot sighting. There's going to be a Dogman sighting. I wonder if they can like smell each other. You figured they would fight or something.
I've heard stories of people seeing them fight.
Really? I wonder if that's all the hollers we get. It's them fighting. Remember that time when what's his face was here and we had that scream? Man, that was a wild one. That was something I've never heard before. That loud, that close. Sabrina's got that. I think the last of it. Oh, she had it on recording. Scream was just like, I don't even know how to explain it.
Well, that's why it's not popping up. It's too long. Well, I can't upload it.
Well, fart nugget.
It's in our last video, chapter 5, when she's talking about some of the weird things she has seen on the property, or just down the road anyway.
Yeah.
And I lost my comment section again. Ha! Here we go.
You remember hunting down at Todd's and on the way back, you'd always get that feeling something's watching you?
Oh, I hated it.
Make you walk faster?
The first wood knock I ever heard in my life was out there.
Really?
Yeah. You and Dad went up on the hill where Todd took all that old playground equipment and built a tree stand.
Mm-hmm.
You and Dad went up there because Dad had a blind. Remember, he'd always take that little hatchet and that machete and he'd touch it up when you go up there to hunt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Dad had that plastic blind on the way up the hill, just above the racetrack.
Yeah.
And I stayed there, and we had radios, and you guys went up, and you guys were still far enough away that you guys never did hear me on the radio. It sounded like you guys were up there hacking away.
I remember this.
And I thought you guys were building a blind, because Dad always did that. And I kept saying, "What are you guys beating on up there? Be quiet, I'm trying to hunt, you know." Dad, you guys come down the hill, like, "What'd you guys do? Build a big old blind?" "Oh, it's at a tree stand." "But you guys weren't you up there?" "What do you mean you didn't?"
What do you mean? Yeah, I remember that.
Pretty sure I seen a wolf or a really big coyote out there. Remember? So there was this trench that went down like this. It was right along a fence line.
Yes.
Then this hill went down like this and then went up to the west field.
Yep.
On the other side. Me and Shelby sat there, and this is pathetic. But when we were hunting, this little deer jumped over that fence. I said, "We'll both shoot at it. You know, we're kids." I'm like, "On the count of 3.
Yeah.
We'll shoot at the same time." And we both shot, we both missed.
Battery exhausted, it said. Uh-oh. We lost Adam. Well, we both shot at this deer. I was young enough where he could still take me. And he was kind of being my guardian, I guess, for it. And we both shot, we missed this. And I remember him seeing something off to the left of what we shot at. We thought it was a deer, but he thinks it was a wolf or a really big coyote, be bigger than coyote. I was thinking mountain lion when I was a kid. Like, ooh, man, we need to get out of here.
Sorry.
What happened?
I guess the camera went dead.
Did you reload it that fast?
Yeah. I'm getting good.
Was that right on the story? It was off to the left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think because we were so camoed out, it didn't see us there.
We sat there like
when we shot, when it run off, that's all I seen was this canine. But it wasn't like Dogman size. But I remember thinking, ooh, that was creepy. I had no idea that thing was even there.
Yeah, I remember we walked back slow, didn't we?
And it was like, come on, let's go. You're usually running a pack.
and
Yeah.
not
Because Dogman shut up and drained the battery.
what?
Parallel. I thought I had. Okay, here's one from Tony. I can't see if that's okay. Tony Voles. I probably said that wrong. I'm sorry. We're just gonna call you Tony. My wife saw a dogman 10 feet away driving to work at 4:30 in the morning. She did an interview with Sasquatch Theory on YouTube. Oh, I'd like
That's
to have to
cool.
check that one out.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it either.
The dogman stuff has always scared me. Miguel
It
had
freaks me
that
out.
one. Remember that one Miguel had? Me and you listened to. I was laying in a hammock and had it on speaker on my phone, and everybody was sitting over at the picnic table.
Yeah, I do remember this.
Hammock, and a whole family was sitting there listening to it like what's good? It was Youngstown at the steel mill. The whole
Yep.
family sat outside and listened to it while I was just swinging in the hammock.
That one he told the story about the thing reaching in and grabbing his feet in a hammock. That's why I don't have a hammock no more.
Yeah, okay. So Miguel says, do you think your neighbor Linda is more into a cult or is she a Christian? Maybe she is in the comments reading this. Sorry, Linda. I don't think she is.
She's Christian because when my house burned down, she said she was praying for me, and she got me a whole bunch of donations, and they helped me out pretty good.
She's really big into metal detecting.
Yeah, that too. Yep. She's pretty cool.
I remember going through there when Anne owned it, her mother, and it's nice and mowed. There's lots of pine trees. It looks squatchy, and it would be a great place to like hang out and run thermal. It really would be. I remember going through there when I was a kid. Me and Dad went hog hunting, and then there was another time I drove a four wheeler through there with Dusty. We used to be able to go all the way up to the mountain, but then Pence put in them fences when they bought that property, and then Ann died, and I had never been over there once. Linda took over until we went hunting over there.
You've been over there once with that horse. Remember that horse we saved?
Yeah, but that was on the driveway side.
Yeah, true. Yeah. To me and Rainey, we used to go back
across the river.
Yeah. Me and Rainey used to go way up in there and go sledding on a hill that she had up in there. She had a trail, and we'd go to this trail.
That would be a good hill.
Yeah.
There's a pond there now.
Is there?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And then her neighbor.
Karen Rainey says, I like the one you did recently with the red eyes on the roof. You'd be talking and sudden you see looking at the camera talking. It was on the roof for a while. Yeah, I had no idea it was there.
Yeah. He sent me that.
If I did, I would have had to run towards it. I honestly, like picturing a freak out in my mind, I probably would have gotten the ambulance and called Brittany.
911.
Come get me! Come get me!
Like that time Mom had something jiggling her door, and she said, "Come get me! Come get me!" It was just camping in the backyard.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought you was out there messing with her.
No.
Funny.
Yeah, and her neighbor up there had seen something. Remember that? Linda's neighbor?
Yeah. So, this little private road goes up, crosses the creek, and then comes back down where Shelby's neighbor lives. But there's a little house on the corner in there. What?
I thought I heard someone. Huh?
What are you looking around?
I thought I heard someone talking out there.
Do, 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 do.
I can't tell if it's mom's TV though.
So Shelby, this house was up the road from Shelby's. It was for sale. It was super dirt cheap. In fact, mom and dad almost bought it. Me and Brittany almost bought it. It was just it was little. So these people from Washington State bought it, and they moved down here to build an off-grid house. And the little road that goes up to their house, somebody came down the road one night, pulled in. It's a driveway. It's not like a county
Yeah.
road.
Yeah.
And they just get out and they had a fully automatic weapon.
Yep.
It sounded like it probably had 75 rounds. Whatever it was big. Just I heard it from my house. And we're like, what the hell? And then this car just takes off down through there just like a bat out of hell. So, like a bunch of idiots, me and Shelby go and investigate what the hell was that? And we walk down this driveway with their flashlights, and these new people that just moved in, I'll say his name is Dan,
Yeah.
walks up. Shelby knows him.
Yeah. He's a pretty good guy.
They had talked 2 or 3 times before that. So we're just kind of huddled up. And all these 223 rounds or 556 rounds, I don't remember. All these casings are laying all over the ground. And we're like, holy crap, you know. And then a cop pulls up, and then he gets a call. They're out on the fishing access, and they have to leave because they're trying to catch these people with this weapon. So he takes off. So we're talking to Dan. Shelby says, hey, Dan, do you believe in Bigfoot? He's like, I'm from Washington State. No, I don't believe in that. If somebody was going to see one, it would be me because I lived in Washington State.
Off grid.
Washington, that's Washington. That these things are probably not real. It's interesting, but it'd be cool, but they're probably not real. And I'm just sitting there thinking, welcome to the show. It'll only be a matter of time.
Yeah.
You just wait. Well, it took longer than I thought it would, but
3 years.
so we got permission to hunt on Linda's property, and the gate was closed, like I mentioned earlier. So we had to either cross the creek or hop over the gate. I just go over there, I sit down, I harvest the deer. Mom hears me shoot, so she gets in the car and goes up to the gate, thinking I'm going to go that way. She thought I came in that way, so she thought if he's not going to drag that deer all the way back off that mountain and across the creek, surely not. But I did. She goes up there and she pulls up to the gate and she's waiting on me, thinking that's where I'm going. But I was already on my way to the house. Dan's wife, bless her heart, you know, she's like, who's out there in front of Linda's gate? What's going on? So she walks out there, sees its mom. They start talking. And she says something about, have you seen that drone? There's a drone that's been flying around out here, and I think they're spying on us. Mom's like, oh no, that's my boys with their thermal drone. They're looking for Bigfoot. And the lady goes, oh, really? Well, in that case, she said, we come in the other night. This is like a couple weeks before rifle season. And she's like, we come in, and all we seen was a big butt and legs on 2 feet, and it was running away from us. Our headlights were on dim, and it didn't shine high enough to see the rest of his body. And it was fast. It was super fast. But it was on 2 legs, and it was huge. And she's telling Mom that, and Mom told me that, and I was like, I knew it would happen. It's just a matter of time. Okay, I got one for Miguel. Do you think your neighbor or the howler monkeys would let us play with the monkeys? Maybe we can have some howler monkey threesome.
Maybe.
Pheromone would go a long ways.
They got camels out there now, kangaroos, ostriches. What else they have out the other day? Some zebra-looking things, half zebra, half something. They got all kinds of cool stuff.
Here's one for Mom. That was her name. Rochelle said she's seen it across the driveway. Our driveway?
What?
Or their driveway. Just take your glasses off to read.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miguel's. I spelled cough, or the cat spelled coffee on my keyboard, and now I've got this new keyboard, and it's smaller. So when I type, all the letters are so close together. And oh man, it's taking. I'm very illiterate with my fingers.
Yeah, sausage fingers too.
They make cheeseburgers look tiny.
I got little hands.
Yeah. Shelby's the biggest midget you'll ever see.
I'm a hobbit.
Oh. Okay, how far do you live from you? That little bridge that usually has the water running over it, just
Right down the road.
where me and you and Brittany fished, just upriver, right there. Just
Right. Yeah. Right where Sabrina had the rock clacks.
yeah. I interviewed Shelby and Sabrina in the living room, and Sabrina was talking about the rocks being thrown at the water where her and the boys are fishing, and the rocks being clacked. That's right there. Right there.
Oh, she said not hers. No, hers. Okay.
Track in the garden was top notch. That's my pride and joy. The track, the track we got from the garden. You spend all this time looking, and you're like, man, I just need. There it is. Finally got one.
I wish we could have plastered that one we had after the house fire.
Yeah, the three-toed.
Yeah.
Looks like Vince Willow has to go. All right, brother. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you.
Yep. Love you too.
Yeah. Let's see here. Going through the comments. How's the heart doing? Doing much better. Thank you for asking. Now it's Shelby's turn.
Yeah.
Here's another question. Do you think that's what you saw in the killing fields, Miguel? Dogman, possibly? Ooh, that'd have been freaky. That'd have been a dogman, not a Sasquatch. Adam Shelby, did you ask your parents about the fishing trip that they told you to get in the truck? Yeah, remember that, Shelby?
Yeah, I do remember that. And we asked them, and they don't remember.
Yeah. We took that red Ford truck behind the old house. We went up the hill. We were in the bed of the truck. Then we went down the real steep hill to the river, and we just got out, just got our hooks baited, and we're fishing. And Mom and Dad were like, get in the truck now, hurry. Come on, kids, hurry. And I kept looking up the hill.
Looking up the cliff.
And then we got in the truck, and Dad got out of there at a high rate of fuel consumption. And we're in the back of that truck hanging on for dear life.
Bouncing around, getting brain damage.
Hold on for dear life. And I always wondered, what did they see? What were they not telling us?
Which they say Sasquatch or Bigfoot can do that. Make you forget some stuff.
Okay, Miguel says, why is there wow, there is a triangle of activity there. Crazy how we met. You remember I thought I was in another state. It turned out I was doing research down the road from you.
Yeah.
I was. I seen a trail marker on one of his Killing Fields videos when they were out in the park. And I thought, holy crap, I know where they're at. I know that park. I know where they're at. And I seen the trail, and I was like, man, I know a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy. But I was like, man, Jim's cousin, they had a whole bunch of stuff happen right there on that trail. And I emailed him. I'm like, hey, I know a guy I could probably hook you up with. And he called me, and we start talking. And he's like, you familiar with this road? I'm like, yeah, we go off-roading out there all the time. We drive through there all the time. It's like, well, all my videos of Mark Twain, that's where they're at. I'm like, holy crap, where are you from? He's like, he tells me, I'm like, oh my God, I thought you lived in like Kentucky or something.
And now we're brothers.
Donna Simmons says I have a FOMO because of you guys. What is a FOMO?
What is that?
Does it need cream?
Does it need cream?
Well, like put it on the skin, get the itchy cream or something. What is it? Google it. Somebody Google it. I have no idea.
FOMO?
I don't know what that.
Uh,
Bros for life.
What's a FOMO? Yeah, you got that right. Bros for life. How's your brother doing, Miguel?
Yeah.
You doing good?
Fear of the Missouri's Monster. Is that what that is?
Oh,
Oh.
I have a FOMO too then, and I do need cream.
Fear cream. I apologize for the creaky chair. All right. See, Mitch 421. Do you think a Reaper drone patrolling the area 20% with a thermal camera will be able to spot it? That would be a dream come true.
Yes. And here's something here recently that happened. I've caught drones in my above my house floating. And it wasn't my brother.
Nope. Oh,
Bigger drones. I mean huge. I've caught it a couple times. I tried to get it on video and photo, but it don't work. And I always miss it.
I think Miguel's drone has the capability of getting a tether attachment. It's a power source that you plug into the drone, you fly it up, and you can just sit there all day long. And then you can hit a button, disconnect, and if it sees something, you can disconnect and fly to it. But
Wow.
that's
Cool.
$25,000 in the air just waiting for a bird.
Ooh. Like in Washington when them birds attacked yours on the side of the mountain.
God, I have. Oh, so we are at Middleline Falls Bigfoot Festival. The festival's over. It was hot. I mean, super hot. We're like, man, we need to go swimming. And Jack's wife is like, I know a spot just up the road. There's this lake, and it's crystal clear. You could see like 60 foot down. It is crystal clear.
I couldn't swim in it.
It was right on the Canadian border. So we go up there and we go swimming. We come back, and on our way back, there's like this overlook. And my dad's like, I want to check that out. So we pull in there, and Dad's ankle was really messed up. So we wanted to know how far of a walk it was to this lookout. I'm like, well, hang on. I'll fly my drone over there and I'll see how far it is. I'll tell you if you can make it or not. So I fly over there, and on this giant bluff, I mean, there's how far do you think that was?
300 drop, maybe 400. I don't know.
It was rocks, and it was like 40 seconds before they hit the water.
Yeah, it was a big
crazy.
drop.
So I fly my drone over there, and I guess on this bluff, all these like, I don't know what they were. There were birds that live on the side of these cliffs, and they're attacking my drone. I mean, it was like Wizard of Oz. Go away!
We could see it. I was like, oh no!
I was flying as low as I could and as fast as I could, trying to avoid these birds. The only thing I think of was I'll never be able to afford to be able to replace that. It's gonna fall in the water.
Get you all worked up thinking about it, don't it?
Yeah, that's my heart. Palpitations. Oh, that's what it is. I'm dying now of fear of missing out.
Oh, fear of missing out. Oh, okay.
Post-traumatic squat syndrome, PTSS.
PTS.
Oh man. Okay, so here's Dad. Says Chevy's. You also had a federal government vehicle number 5 close. Remember?
Couple times. Yeah. It's a man and a lady.
They're watching us. That one was for free.
Black SUV, government plate, all blacked out windows. Makes you wonder.
I know. I'm doing the same. What's that say?
I'm like,
I don't know if the StreamYard's working out.
I can't read it, brother.
Put your glasses on, Shelby.
Oh, it says, hey.
What kind of vehicle was it, Shelby?
I think it's a Ford Explorer. Newer Ford Explorer. Yep, definitely rotted out for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The only way you can see them is through the front windshield.
Did you see where they were starting to tint the front windshields legally?
Yeah.
Blacking
Yeah.
out the front windshields. Dad says it patrols around here regularly.
Yep.
He says, I drive a federal. You work for the post office.
It leaks oil.
Yeah.
We know where you go.
Yeah. You got my mail?
It's Brittany. Brittany's the one. She don't work for the post office. She works for the government. She's the spy.
She might be. She might be.
It all makes sense.
Hey, JTL. What's going on, brother? Appreciate
Hello.
the support. His username is really easy for me to remember. Like Donna Simmons, Kenny Momo, Scorbus17, JTL999. Sasquatch Theory. There's a lot of Missouri Broad. There's a lot of really good ones for me to remember.
War Chief.
Bigfoot Mama, War Chief. My brain, I tell you what, I am horrible with names, but I can remember a truck. I never forget a truck. We was like coming across Walmart parking lot, Shelby, and your truck was at the other end. I said, "Oh, Shelby and Sabrina are here," and she's like, "No, it ain't. Pretty sure they're at home. I'll check Live 360." I said, "No, never forget a truck." Sure enough, there was the dent.
There was the dent. I did. They crashed my truck the second day I owned it.
Yeah, in my yard. So, oh,
Dang Jeep Cherokee. I hated it since.
I backed into a tree right there with Jeep Cherokee too.
Did you?
Yeah, no, it was Brittany's car. I did. It was hers. We were just dating then. I was like, "Yeah, I'll move it." Bam! Knocked her taillight out. Like, brownie.
We can't. Dad's backed into it. How many times?
Mom did when Dad was in Washington.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find any questions. Has anybody got any hard questions?
Yeah. Hard question. Like, how many toes does Bigfoot have?
How many toes? Depends on my. I guess it depends on how many siblings they have.
I think so because we've got 3-toed tracks. We've got 5-toed tracks.
I think the purebred have 5-toe, and the
The mean ones.
I think the inbred ones probably have less toes. And it could be like there's different species or races of Sasquatch. Like they could have some that are naturally have 6 toes. Like I've heard of people finding 6-finger handprints before, which could be a simple double print, but
Yeah. Well, there's humans that get them. My buddy's grandpa had 6 fingers on each hand.
here's one for Miguel. Does Bigfoot have a belly button? Someone asked me that one day, and I was like, "IDK."
I bet it's got some belly button lint in it for sure.
I'll tell you what. I think Miguel needs to do a Q&A. I think
The next one, we got to invite him.
oh man, that's a question. I don't know. I'll have to ask him next time I see Bigfoot. Hey man, let me smell that belly button.
We finally found him. Hey, do you got a belly button?
Yep, that there's a belly button. Okay, JTL. We covered that one just a little bit ago. Shelby said the one he seen peeking around the corner of his house at him, and I said the red eyes that come creeping up behind the truck. My first real
Heart thumper.
What in the living hell was that moment? Yeah, that one scared me so bad the blood left my face. But Big Henry, hey, have you seen orbs around your Bigfoot areas? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
See, I'm glad you brought that up because when I got into this, I really I'm I had no idea what I'm doing. I still don't have any idea what I'm doing. I am nowhere near being an expert, and I don't think there is any experts in this, to be honest. When people said Bigfoot and orbs, I thought that is absolutely absurd. There is no way a Bigfoot and orbs can be in the same thing. That's outlandish. That's stupid. And then Miguel from Sasquatch Theory started taking me to these Bigfoot hotspots. I don't I believed in orbs, but I just didn't think Bigfoot and orbs went together. And when Miguel took me to the killing fields, the very first time we went down on this hillside while Ozark Harry Man went to town to take a shower, he was covered head to toe in seed ticks. And we seen this red light. I mean, right in this Bigfoot spot. And I was like, holy crap, that was my first orb I ever seen. And that really like blew me out of the water, like, okay, I've seen an orb. And then here a while back, me and Shelby actually documented a blue one. It's not real good video, but you can see this blue round shaped light going through the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And when we run up closer to it, I didn't see it, but the camera, you can see it moving to the right, off and to the right. And I do believe that the Bigfoot and the orb thing go together. Why, I have absolutely no idea. I'll never be able to explain it. Nobody's ever gonna be able to explain it. I have I have not spent near as much if man.
Getting tired.
Sasquatch Theory on YouTube here. He is I give him more credit than any other researcher out there. That guy spends 24/7 people coming and telling their stories, just talking, emailing back and forth messages. And then he goes out and gets boots on the ground and he's out there trying different things. He lives, breathes, and tries to have a life with this thing. And I would take his word for anything. And man, when he
Mm-hmm.
says there's something going together there, I believe it.
Me too.
Miguel was a big inspiration for us getting out in the woods.
Big one.
He may not realize that he is inspiring people, but he very much is inspiring people. Very motivational for me.
Me too. He's
But there's just, I don't know what it is about Bigfoot orbs. I don't know what that is, but they're definitely in the same area for sure.
mm-hmm.
Okay, on to the next question. I want to know if anyone has ever recorded a six-toed tracks. Kenny, I think um Dr. Meldrum had a whole bunch of tracks,
Yes.
and I think he had a couple sets of six-toed tracks.
Yes. He also had some missing toes, like the middle toes.
Yeah, he had some tracks, man. They were just massive, 24 inches.
Huge.
I took my track up there, which is just right at 13 inches, and I thought it was just massive. And he's like, "Oh yeah, that's a juvie." I'm like, "What? What? This is the mama. This is the big one."
This is the big one.
His tracks were bigger.
Yeah,
God bless his soul. Rest, let his soul rest in peace. Jeff,
rest in peace.
I enjoyed talking to Jeff.
Man of knowledge.
Yeah, on here, three toes are which because other Bigfoots. Yeah. All right, Miguel needs to join the show. Yeah, Miguel, you do, brother.
Yeah, he's coming on the next one.
I'm going to try tannerite at the killing fields. I got permission. Oh, I should bring that up. I'm trying to read them. I can read them over here better. So I got permission. The boom, get the Bigfoot's attention. It's just so crazy that actually works. Yeah. So Tannerite and Bigfoot go together.
It's
Why?
weird,
It's weird. It's the way it goes. It
but
works.
it works.
I've seen it work. I've seen it. It works. That'd be interesting to do that down there. That's probably never been done there.
My neighbor, uh, Dennis had him. Not my neighbor, but he lives down the road. He saved all year for Tannerite when he
I'm
shot on New
pretty sure
Year's.
I built that. Yeah.
It shook my windows.
Yeah. Earthquake.
I was thinking, holy crap. I thought mom's camper exploded.
Do you think you have a three-toed creature was an alien having paranormal activity in place where you're staying? Well,
I
so
don't know. We had some things that happened though.
Shelby's house burnt, and I put up some cell cameras on the property to try to make sure that nobody was stealing stuff. So if somebody was there doing something, I'd get a picture on my phone immediately. And that daggum thing didn't work for a week.
Yeah, unless I peed in front of it.
But during that week of it not working, it was really cold. It rained and then it got really cold, and the ground was like frozen. And then it started to get really warm, like the weather's doing right now. And the very top layer of the dirt, like thawed out, was mud. And there was this three-toed track that like slid. It was in the mud. And I know for a fact it was toes because there's dermal ridges in the toes. If you zoom in on the photos that we have, there are dermal ridges. And another proclaimed researcher decided to screenshot those pictures and put them in his book without permission.
And used a whole different story to it.
Yeah, that said this track was documented on a different piece of property and all this boo-hoo bull crap. But yeah, there's something to that. Let's see, working down. Yeah, Paul. Yeah, Paul's gonna be joining us soon.
Yes, yeah,
Fresh meat for the Bigfoot.
yeah, and paranormal. Hopefully it likes him. He's gonna be bait that night.
That's right. Dad commented on here. He did see that weird light. It was. He thought it was the moon.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't the moon. Miguel says he's up. I can't click on it. He has found people finding six-toed tracks. I've seen the cast. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
If anyone's seen it, it's Miguel. You know. Rest in heaven. Yeah, rest in heaven, Jeff.
Okay, I got you the scariest story, but what's the weirdest encounter you've ever had and still think about? I'll go first on this one. My buddy Zach, neighbor, lifelong friend, had a breakup. This girl he'd been with, they get together and break up and fight like cats and dogs 24/7. But he was having a hard time with it, and I really don't blame him. But he was having a hard time. I just went over to go put my buddy back together. He was having a hard time. I didn't take my gear with me. I don't normally take my gear with me when I go over there, but we're usually working on Jeeps, working on chainsaws, doing something, playing in off road, playing with hell. We're like kids. We've taken our tractors and played over there before, but I didn't have my thermal, and we were sitting there talking, and we heard something moving, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you the other night I was out here." Because he spends a lot of time in his little garage because she was just so hateful that he would spend time out there in his garage just to get away from it. So he said the other night something walked right up behind the garage and then it walked off. He said, I was sitting in here and I was scared to leave. He said, I had my gun. I was just scared to leave. I was like, okay. So we heard this thing walking. I go outside and there's coyotes howling. I'm like, oh, there's coyotes going crazy. And I hear this thing walking. and it walked right up behind his garage where I couldn't see it. And all I had was my cell phone light. I didn't have flashlight. He runs in the garage, grabs his Milwaukee light. This thing walks off. Like, holy crap, that's weird. So we walk down there with these lights, and I grab a piece of metal and I bang it on some metal, trying to get possibly a deer to take off running or something. Because, it walked away, but it didn't walk completely away. It was still there. And, if you bang on something, a deer takes off running, you'll be able to figure out, triangulate its position. That's not what happened. I bang on the metal, and it sounds like a person comes walking directly to, just coming down the hillside, walking straight to us. And it wasn't stopping. And Zach takes his gun, and he's like, we both I thought I was recording. Actually, he thought he was recording too. He missed like half of this, what was going on. But it's called crap. My phone wasn't recording. He starts recording. Lucky enough, he gets this thing. It's walking down, and he's going, can I just start shooting? He didn't say start shooting, but he said, can I can I shoot yet? And I'm like, no. And I want to see this thing because it's going to walk right to us. And it sounded like Bigfoot. It sounded like a person. I had slip-on shoes, like house shoes. I was equipped to be running from nothing, but I had this. It was a piece of pipe, like off of a pole ladder, set over the edge, like an A. And it walks all the way down. I mean, it was right there. Man, if I'd have had my thermal, I'm pretty sure I would have some really good footage right now. But it did not stop. And this thing started beating on metal, just like I was doing. I'd beat on metal, it would beat on metal. I'd beat on metal, it would beat on metal. There's like these old rusty culverts across this old creekway right there, and this thing was doing the same thing. And it walked right back down where it came from, like down to the river. That's the direction it went. It didn't run, it walked. And all I had was that Milwaukee light. They're not any good, not as far as the spotlight. But that one's always had my head scratching. Oh man, I'm way behind the comments. Sorry, guys. Looks like we just rolled over 2 hours. I say we give it another 10 minutes and then we will let everybody go on this Saturday night. Enjoy the rest of their night. Get some of that Netflix on. Yeah, we'll have to get Miguel on here. Get him on here and just shoot.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's Big Henry here. I use some corn kernels, 50-pound bags, sweet feed to deer. They even like the candy coats and dusted on them. Yeah. Dad started putting out some candy canes this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I was waiting for the Squatch to come in and take them. Has anybody ever had their like salt licks go missing? They're from like deer hunting. I have. I put one out on Sarah Barton Murphy, and me and Josh went down there to check the camera. I put it out, put a camera in a tree, went down there. The camera wasn't even on. It wasn't even a salt block. It was one of those corn molasses block. The whole thing was gone. And usually when deer and animals chew on that, they like crumble and it's all over the ground. They have the whole ground tore up. But it was just gone. See, Daniel Taylor, what do you think of the theory that if you're looking for them, they avoid? Just being yourself is interesting. They observe.
Yes.
Yeah.
We get a lot of activity when we yeah. Sorry.
No, I was stepping on you. Sorry.
When we barbecue or the kids are playing outside, if we're having a good time playing music or something like that, we always get more activity. Always. So we've tried it. You set out the recorders and all this stuff, and we'll have a good summer day or a good spring day or fall day, and we'll have twice as much activity. And I think they like coming over here a lot because maybe these things have watched me and Adam grow up here. Because my great grandmother, when she was a kid, she would come down here, and they had stories when she was a kid, and she passed away at 84, or somewhere in that area. So I think these things have watched grandma grow up here, my mother grow up here, us grow up here. So I think that's why they kind of like coming back here. That makes sense.
It's definitely strange. You'd think it'd be the opposite, like they would get further away.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like Miguel was talking earlier in the comment section about those whoops, and I was telling the story about how we were all being noisy, and then the gigging boat. Like the one night you would say, "Man, guys, I'm sorry, I had no idea a gigging boat was coming." You know that really. I mean, how would you guys have liked that? Us be filmed like, "Yeah, I'm out here, Bigfoot." There's a boat. Just would have been terrible. But two of the best whoops that ever been documented on our properties was that night, and that's a good example. Billy Reisner says, "Have you guys ever tried putting out beer or corn mash to make them like moonshine out of it?" We're gonna go catch us a Bigfoot.
Be stumbling around. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I actually have a crazy story, and I'm not making this up one bit at all. That's sarcasm. But one time I had a cooler and some beer cans in it while I was hunting, and the Sasquatch walked right up to the cooler, opened it up, grabbed a beer, opened it up, took a drink, looked at me, and said, "No one's gonna believe you." as a joke. That was a joke.
I'm about to say, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
I seen it on a shirt one time, and I thought, man, that is hilarious.
Would you guys some things we're gonna try with the cooler?
Yeah. So we was talking about silver mines earlier, and the camp host reported that people were having coolers getting broken into, coolers are getting drug off.
Disappearing.
Those things are smart enough to know that that's where we put our food when we go camping, and that's just an easy meal to them. So
Mm-hmm.
I would like to figure out how to take a cooler and when the lid opens, have a camera that's triggered to start filming. I would preferably use a cell camera. That way, if it's like, "Oh, I've been busted," but I get that thing up, pictures already sent, or have, I don't know. We're gonna have to really brainstorm on that. Ozark Adventures Billy had come up with that. Do you guys? Let's see. Hey guys, hope you guys are doing good. Just wanted to ask if you've ever heard something just sound like a steel door slamming out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've heard some subtle things like that on Shelby's property when me, Miguel, and Chris were in Minnesota. It sounded like somebody was pulling a trailer with like metal ramps in it, like going down a back road. Is what it sounded like. Clung, 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 clung. And Chris is like, "There's no roads over there. That's impossible." And he got out his map and starts showing us all these minimum road, and there wasn't any roads, not for miles. And that was just kind of like, that's weird. Miguel has audio on his site. Miguel, if you could comment that link to where you store all your audio files. He was doing some research before I had met him on a guy's property here where we live named Bill, and he picked up just a metal bing, like someone shot a metal pan. Bing. It's crazy. Metal stuff like that. He's gotten all kinds of good stuff. There's Mark. Hey, buddy. I still appreciate everything you did. Mark had actually come up to the house when the house burnt, him and his daughter, and they had clothes and all kinds of stuff for us. Really helped us out. Okay. He's got a thermal phone here, 47 yards, had 3,000 lumens lit on it. It seemed like 10 minutes, a few seconds. Yeah. I have a buddy that has a Caterpillar phone with the thermal capabilities on it.
That's cool.
Kids, foods, music, fishing. Yep, that's all the ingredients.
Mm-hmm. Barbecue. Smell of burnt chicken.
Check that out. Shelby, the sheriff from Sullivan told me that they were getting into coolers at the campgrounds up there at Merrimack.
Ah.
Paul says I got dibs on the moonshine.
I haven't drank moonshine since Bigfoot Bill made me some.
Yeah, I about like to killed you.
Yeah, I know. Whew.
Shelby went blind.
I did for 2 weeks.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, we just rolled up to 2 hours and 11 minutes. I really appreciate everybody jumping into our first actual dedicated StreamYard live. We had a bunch of learning curves. You guys have lived and learned with us. I've still got a lot of learning to do, and I'm gonna talk with you, Paul, Paranormal Paul here. If you guys don't know who Paranormal Paul is, be sure and go check him out, subscribe, send him some love. Paul, he's done a lot for us, and he's just a super good guy. I met him at the Crossing Realms with Shelby, and Paul's really cool.
He's pretty cool.
He's got a lot of good stuff. He's got that new morning show. I don't know if you've watched it yet, Shelby. I can't wait for that one. But yeah, everybody, I really appreciate all your support, all your time you guys have spent watching this. We got right at 96 viewers. Be sure to hit the like button on your way out. Anything you would like to add, Shelby?
No, thank you very much for supporting us and all the donations you guys give tonight, and thank you for everything.
Just a quick question for everybody before we leave. Is a live stream something you guys like to see more often? Me and Shelby wanted to set up a mesh system on the property where we can do lives in the woods, like a live investigation, and also possibly putting up live 24/7 surveillance. We've thought about doing a lot of stuff like that, but if you guys like the live streams, let us know. We'll continue them. I do have a microphone now. I'm going to have to get a camera because this is my Sony camera hooked up to some wires that run to the back of my computer. Then the sound's going through these that I have a microphone. I don't know. It's just a jerry rigged setup, but it's working as long as the battery and the camera go dead.
Hey, it's doing better in my phone.
I need to get a phone to do this, but I can add all this other stuff, and it really helps out. Like sharing those pictures earlier.
Yeah, I need to get me a laptop. Me and Sabrina have been talking about it for a while. Man, that's just spooky. That looks just like that night.
It does, doesn't it? It does.
Right behind the picnic table and everything. Just not as tall.
Yeah, it's creepy. I've seen that. I don't know. If it was wider and thicker and had less of a neck, had more neck muscle, but we'll end this live stream on that right there. And again, I really appreciate everybody for coming in. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you very much.
If I can figure out how to end it. Paul, what do I do?